All right, Sagittarius, you have some choices to make this season, especially around your emotional well-being and what it is you're wanting to achieve long term, especially around family and love. Welcome to your Pisces season Horoscope. Sagittarians, what was coming through channeling wise when I was shuffling the cards, it was like you were underground. It's kind of hard to explain. It was almost like you're this armadillo, but you're in this machine that was underground. You were just beneath the surface. So a lot of internal work right now, processing what's going through kind of beneath the surface. But also too, I think like some of you might be doing things behind the scenes, whether that's consciously, subconsciously, even on purpose, maybe getting all your ducks in a row, making a transition, maybe job wise, career wise, but not wanting people to know about it, or just doing things in secret for now so that you have all the content or have all the confidence so that when you're ready, bing, bang, boom, it's all done in kind of like traditional Sagittarian fashion. You just go and explode and then release it all at once. So whether that's emotionally or career-wise, I feel like a lot of you might be career really taking a step back and doing things behind the scenes and not broadcasting it just yet because you want to make sure that you're prepared. I feel like that's more the vibe that we're going with. So if that resonates, it's not that you're trying to hide it or lie. You're just doing everything on your own. And when people need to know, they will know. So that was what was coming through channeling wise. The cards that I pulled initially, we have the Two of Wands with the King of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So kind of what I was getting when I was channeling. I feel like some of you are in this crossroads career-wise. You have to decide what to do. And I also feel like some of you might just be potentially with someone who's overly emotional, whether that's a partner, love-wise, business-wise, or it's just you're not getting... It's either they're overly emotional or you're not getting the emotional support that you need. And so either way, there's kind of this emotional energy that you're contending with right now. And you have to decide what it is you actually want. Are you wanting to pursue a relationship with this person and work on the emotional energy that you're either getting or getting too much of? Or are you just wanting this relationship to end? And so I think that's going to be something that if your emotional well-being is not being satisfied, Sagittarius, you need to know who is going to give that to you and who at this point in time cannot give that to you so you can move on. Because I think that for some of you, holding on to certain energies, careers, collaborations, or lovers, partners, it's not serving you. If there's going to be an opportunity to sever this tie, remove this energetic contract, this is the season to do so. Again, Pisces is a water sign. It can be very emotional. It can be intense, but Pisces is a mutable energy, as is Sagittarius. So I feel like you're at least going to be able to handle that modality, but you do have to make a decision. And also too, if you're not getting the emotional support that you need from a partner or from those around you, this is a very clear sign to invest in that so that you have people that can hold space for you. Because yeah, you could probably handle it on your own, but why wouldn't you want to have someone who is an expert that can give you that love or that support or both on a professional level? Because sometimes family and friends, they don't really have the professional tools or an outside look on what's going on, where they're not going to be emotionally invested in the same way that a loved one would be. And there has to be some kind of removal or some kind of block that needs to happen for you to get to that next step. In Sagittarius, Aries season around the corner. And Aries season is also a fire sign like yourself. And I've already been intuitively feeling that Aries season is going to be lit. It's going to be amazing. So I don't want you to still be in this emotional turmoil or feeling stuck and not getting the support that you deserve moving forward. And again, if it is someone who's overly emotional or someone that continually dumps on you and continually just throws their emotions on you and thus weakening your fire, that's also just not going to be beneficial for everything that's coming down the pipeline moving forward. So I need you just to be aware of, I personally think that this is more of like someone who's just like too much emotions or it's just too much for you to handle and you want a bit more independence. But again, you still obviously have your emotional needs. So that's just something I want you to focus on, especially as we're coming down from this Mercury retrograde period. And the full moon in Virgo will also be very telling, because that's also another mutable sign. So things should be illuminated and be made very clear of which relationships can stay and which relationships can go. And of course, that's not just with regards to friends, lovers, but that's also career-wise, Sagittarius, and seeing what's working and what's not. It could just be staff that work under you, or you're wanting to move on because the staff or the business that you work for is not fulfilling what you deserve. So let's see what else is coming through for Sagittarius. Yeah, I just see this. It's kind of just like starfishing. It's just like literally burnt out and exhausted. So you're just not really feeling it right now. And you want things to be moving really quickly in typical Sagittarius fashion, which is fine. And things are going to move, but you don't want to be moving from one space to the next. Like I said, still having all of this emotional baggage unchecked, and you're still just going to be lugging it around from the next partner or the next career. So really deal with that now, because the cards that are coming up next, boom, the Sun with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So like I said, this energy is going to be something that will come in very quickly. So whatever you've been manifesting, Sagittarius, whatever you've been wanting, this is that green light. It's going to happen, but there has to be some kind of release before this can come through. Whatever you're holding on to needs to be let go so that can come through. And then you get to establish your new minimums, your new boundaries. What are you going to say no to? Which relationships are going to be the minimum? It always happens. And this would have been a good time to just reflect and see what came up during the Mercury retrograde with regards to boundaries and career opportunities and finances. The Queen of Swords wants you to have those very distinct, clear boundaries so that when these blessings come in, there's no self-sabotage, there's no limiting beliefs, there's no one that's trying to cross those boundaries, because you're going places very quickly, Sagittarius. What did I just say? With Aries season literally around the corner, that fire energy is really going to serve you well. So you want to make sure that everything is cleaned up and ready to go. I always kind of give a forewarning with the Queen of Swords. Watch your words, good or bad. They're just going to be coming to fruition. So I always like to phrase things in the present moment, not saying I will or I hope, saying I trust or I already have or I am receiving, bringing into the present tense and affirming everything in the most positive, affirmative voice that you can, so that you can continually reap these blessings. And if some of you are worried that you're not going to get that dream job, that dream lover, things are just constantly feeling very heavy or very lethargic, the bottom card that we have here is that Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is like the epitome of Sagittarius. It's fun, it's flirty, it's adventurous, it just wants to have a good time. So again, if you're feeling like you've just been burnt out or you're not really having fun or you haven't had an opportunity to really embrace your Sagittarian energy, I need you to either make that a priority or just consistently visualize all the amazing fun adventures that you're going to go on sooner than later. I know you have a few things lined up that you want to do, whether it's with certain people or certain adventures. So bring that in, because like I said, this energy is going to be coming sooner than later. So as long as you can do the homework with regards to your emotions and your relationships, you're going to be just fine. This is going to be very fruitful. And that seems to be a lot of the energy with most of these readings is the first bit of Pisces season. There's some work to do to gain general favor. And like I said, this is the time to get clear on what it is you want, to bring that in. Get very specific on money, the type of love you deserve, the type of people you want to be around, the type of home you want to live in, neighborhood, whatever that is for you, just getting very clear to allow these blessings to come in easily and uninhibited. So that's a general reading for you, Sagittarians. Of course, you can look at your rising and your moon sign for a greater scope of what to expect. If you want to book a one-on-one reading to go into this further, you can go to my website or just DM me and we can set that up. If this reading really resonated and you want to leave a tip as a thank you, it's always appreciated. You can find my PayPal link in my bio as well. And if you want to share this video with another Sagittarius, be sure to tag them in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.